Hello and welcome to The Door to the Universe, in which I, Professor Doctor, am going to explain to you, the viewer, the magic of this universe which we inhabit. Today, we're going to talk about the connection between Hollywood superstar Keanu Reeves and the very beginnings of our universe. There have been many theories about the nature of our universe. Why are we here? Where do we come from? And how on earth did someone as vanilla as Drake ever become popular? Well, now, for the first time in human history, scientists have found an answer to all these questions. The answer, of course, is Keanu Reeves. Now, if we're going to talk about Keanu Reeves, we first need to talk about gravitational waves and quantum entanglement. Everything that moves in time and space emits gravitational waves. You and me, and yes, even the wanker who spammed your workspace WhatsApp group with mind-bogglingly bad Facebook memes. The more massive the object, the bigger the gravitational waves. So, for example, the mass of your mum, as implied by the multitude of juvenile jokes, would emit gravitational waves comparable to those of a supermassive black hole. Well, squared actually, not just a supermassive black hole, a supermassive black hole squared. Which means the mass of the black hole times itself. Anyhow, let's just keep that in mind as we move on to quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement, or spooky action from the distance, as every pretentious douchebag's favourite face to be hung on a wall, Albert Einstein once said, is basically two particles that are in a quantum state dependent of each other. In essence, quantum state is comparable to the moment between wanking and post-nut clarity, when there is no way of knowing if you were just desperately horny or if you legitimately thought what you were watching was hot. Only when post-nut clarity is achieved do you reach a conclusion. This, of course, is only a thought experiment, since the last thing people think about while wanking is gonna be quantum physics. This state of in-between can collapse into a binary, in essence, horny or sexy upon post-nut clarity observance. Quantum entanglement means that two stoners, who are also telepathic, are in the indecisive state, and once they reach post-nut clarity, one state of mind will automatically indicate the others, even if they are in completely different parts of Amsterdam. Now, instead of stoners, just imagine particles. I choose stoners as a metaphor because, as of now, quantum entanglement can't be used to transfer information, just like you're not gonna be all that useful when you're baked as fuck to deliver a scientifically valid report on your entangled stoner telepathy bro. The same thing, by the way, applies for being drunk. But how does Keanu Reeves fit into all of this? Well, I'm going to explain it to you right now, after a word from our sponsor, of course. And today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, a game so mind-bogglingly mediocre that it apparently needs to pay other people for it to be praised, because everything that everyone who's ever been honest about this game has said is that it's just a bunch of wank. Just like I was talking about wank in my previous explanation of quantum states. Anyhow, on with the actual show. Well, on the 10th of June 2019, Keanu Reeves walked on the stage at E3 for a presentation of Scheiblerfunk 2077. Upon describing the game's aspects as breathtaking, an audience member yelled out that it was indeed Keanu who was breathtaking. Upon receiving this compliment, Keanu Reeves did not, as previously predicted, start burning helium and fuses atoms into even heavier elements, only to collapse, implode, and then explode as a supernova, decimating the Earth and subsequently becoming a black hole. No. Instead, he redirected the breathtaking remark back at the person who had given it to him in the first place. However, To stabilize his hydrogen supply, Keanu fired compliments at everybody, resulting in not only a self-esteem boost for everybody, but also the proof of an infinite Keanu Reeves-based universe. Given Keanu Reeves' revolutionary patterns of just being a good bloke and also a neutron star, it is reasonable to assume that a compliment given by Keanu Reeves is in fact a quantum-entangled temporal particle whose twin can be traced to the very beginning of the universe itself. Since Keanu's compliment caused him not to go supernova, it is reasonable to assume that this temporal twin did go supernova. This has further been proven by the University of Gersdorf in Germany, who managed to measure Keanu Reeves' tremendous gravitational waves and good vibes just a few days after this presentation. Well, after comparing the waves to the gravitational waves detected in 2015, they came to conclude that they are identical. Now, what does this mean for science and our day-to-day lives? It tells us a lot about black holes, such as my anus, from which I pulled this whole theory. Next time I'll explain why we as humans are screwing the Earth, but more importantly, where, as I will visit the Earth's genitalia. Until then, science it up, and the door to a universe.